Right. Just get this thing working. There we are. Full bar where I can see it. Let's see, wonky that one, isn't it? There we go. That'll do. Okay. Right then. Let's see what we got. We are up to. I think we finished this bit. It did go a bit heavier than I wanted to. I've lost most of the underneath colour, unfortunately. But it sort of muted it a bit and brought it all a bit more uniform. Now we're going to try and do the same with this. But we are going to use a different brush. Let's see if we get better results. Wow, I totally didn't clean that. Yikes. Haha, shame already. I haven't cleaned my brush. What a surprise. Just give it a quick once over so it's actually usable. That seems pretty clean actually. Okay. So look at the bristles, man. They are coming out fast. That's why you gotta look after your brushes, because that shit will fall apart on you. Yes, yes, yes. I'm well aware. But it will suffice. Probably. Yeah, and then I start getting loads of fucking loose bristles and I'll be pissed off. Whatever. Like, the more I do that, the more I'm going to ruin it. So stop. I will at some point try and clean them all properly, but we'll see how that goes. I might do that on a stream and like learn how to clean them all properly and then actually fail miserably at doing it. Right, I suppose I should just choose a section. There's already a loose fucking bristle on it. Damn it. Yeah, choose a section and just crack on, I guess. Move a bit further away, so I've got a bit more room. Real Okay, if I can actually remember what colours I was using, it might be a good idea as well. I think that was the top colour, that was the initial colour. Yeah, not with my bad wrist, that's just stupid. This one's still pretty mixed. In the time since I last done it, that one's already started separating again. That's kind of bad, that is. But it does go back pretty quickly there. Fucking paint separating like shit. It looks questionable, it really does. Anyway, fuck it. Getting dwelling on random crap. Let's get some paint on the go. Don't want too much. Let's see. I don't need to add too much to it either, really, because it's pretty moist and looks pretty nice and watered down. Maybe too much, but it will suffice. That's a really clever place to put my phone. Let me just move that. It's totally not going to get waterproof on it. Right then, dry brush, where are you? Hello, dry brush. Wow, look at that loose bristle there. Whee! Bye-bye. Okay, so I suppose we'll start with the last bit I did, which is this bit. I mean, I might just do the whole thing in the one color and then go over it. So yeah, get a bit of color on here now. You can see the bristles coming off into the fucking thing. It's kind of hilarious. Right. Yeah, it's very wet, isn't it? I probably should have dried it a bit better first, shouldn't I? And then obviously you lose all the frigging paint. What are we looking like? It's a bit heavy at the moment. Let's try that. You can kind of see it a bit. I mean, I see it a bit. Like it's pretty damn obvious, actually. Make sure we get it over all the corners. Still some shading we haven't actually done. I just realised. Uh, is it as heavy as the other side? I'm not sure. I don't know. You can definitely see what you've done it there, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, we'll carry on for now. Well, I mean, it's like I can press undo, is it? Fuck's sake. I'm committed at this point, you might as well crack the fuck on. It'll be what it's gonna be. Yeah, you can see it's just slowly picking, slowly, but it's catching on the rivets there. You can see it's still darker on the ones above. I didn't catch them. Trying to get it into the corners without making too much of a fucking mess of it all. There's a couple in that corner. Or even just pen, like, you know, done. Whatever. Out. Get out. I'm doing the underside as well. I'm not really getting the right motion in these small areas, but trying to do the circular sort of light all over at the moment with this colour at least. Get out of my way, yeah. Well, there's just some colour left on the bastard then. Right, so we've done across there. And over this bit. So we can get the front of here. Can't do too much to this. It's catch on the freaking gun. We gotta be careful of that. Problem, I think, because again, I've done it in the wrong order. I'm supposed to come in after the fact and do like the bases on stuff. I've just gone in beforehand, and I am just like, yeah, here you go, some of this. Get on there. Get on there, Grey. Get amongst it. On every colour. Oh yeah, no, the black, sorry. Yeah, no, I wasn't supposed to do it yet, but I got carried away. I've done some things out of no, like forced order. I mean, well, I suppose it would be. It should have been a forced order actually, if I wanted to do it correctly. It's fine. Yes, yes. Bloody hills. Gently going over it. Stop moving. Alright, hold on. Let me keep that steady while it's. I think I might need to put a bit more paint on this boy. He's gone a bit dry. Or say dry more. What's the word? Empty. Unpainted. Oh, no, that's not the right one. Right. So we need more paint 'cause we went through that ridiculously fast, like all in one go actually. So that's not with a bad hand, do it with a good hand. With that brush gone? I had a brush. Ah, there it is. Yeah, you get them. Oh, it's like, yeah. Well, I tell you what, I can change the. Oh, damn drops of water, you bastard. Let me just adjust the view slightly. I still need to tinker with the whole camera setup. It's not accurate. See, I can get the damn wet palette in view now, at least, anyway. Here we go. Yeah, I can actually see much of a difference via the camera at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, it kind of looks the same. You can see where I'm starting to catch the edges with the highlight there. Like, that's still darkened along that edge there, where that bit's, you can slowly see the grey. Where am my finger? Ha! There it is. You can see that lighter. So that's what it's working on. Like all the rivets, all the lightened on the rivets there, and it's a little darker. Yeah, it's kind of taking some of the shading away because I'm just messy as fuck, but whatever. Yeah, like I said last time, I'm still gonna be weathering the shit out of it, so whatever's fucking doesn't look great, it's gonna be irrelevant because it's gonna be rinsed probably. I have a bad habit of that when I get into sort of a weathering phase. Probably because in the past I've just not done a good job of it. I've just here's some gravel, here's some glue. Like I did with my tracks on my last tank, I just fucking ruined it. Like Jesus Christ! Like, looking back, if I'd actually watched any fucking videos on weathering tanks and just environmental whatever, and I would have just like, yeah, no, shoot myself in the fucking head now because it's so bad. I'll get a fucking picture of it at some point, but yeah, it's so bad. It's like, yeah, what a kid might do with like poster paint or something. Not poster paint, it's like full on PVA the fuck out of it and just like dunking in a bucket of sand sort of job. It was real bad actually. In hindsight, I'm kind of like, ugh, seeing what I consider like a reasonable standard now, if I just paid a fucking attention. That's a little bit light. Anyway, where was I up to? I was doing this thing when I gently does it because I don't want to go too. Whoa, yep, a little bit too much. Let's skip that off. A bit more off before I completely toast the fucking top of that. Oh yeah, that's fucking rinsed. Good job. Anyway. I completely fucking ruined that. So we go there. Get a bit on that corner. Yeah, I fucking roasted that top there, haven't I? Well, I'm afraid that's all, folks. No, I'm joking. Well, guess what? There's going to be a lot of weathering on the top of that turret. Fuck's sakes. When in doubt, hide it. Conceal. Conceal and cover. That was got battle damage on, honestly. It's not a twist of fate. These little bits are going to annoy me because I'm just going to fucking overdo it now, and I just get amongst it, you fucker. Get on it. I'm looking forward to just doing the bigger parts. I forgot I had to do these little fuckers as well. Guess what? There's another one on the other side. Woo! Yeah, you can see the top of that. The camera shot fucking took off that shit. This is where you can make sure your brushes are right first, man. Don't just fucking charge in there, because, you'll fuck it. You will fuck it. I will fuck it. Yep. So, yeah, make sure you got the right amount of paint on your brush before you start putting it on your model, because you will not be happy with the results. I could probably undo it with a lot of effort. I'd rather not, to be honest, because I lose a lot more because I haven't done any saving. I haven't done the varnish coats. I think I better stop putting that on there. It'd be nice if I could just like brush it off or some shit, but I'm just gonna make it fucking worse. Ah, that's such a shame because I was really happy with that paint job. Don't dwell on it. It's fine. Move on. Just pretend it never happened. Keep moving. That shit will ruin my night. Right, focus. We get some more paint on this brush, and we're gonna make sure it's a bit drier because you know what just happened. Let's test it on a clear a bit of it's quite wet, isn't it? Get that a bit dry. Okay, so let's poke that away so we don't have to look at it because you know yuckies. Oh, those bang. Fuck's sakes. Poor thing. Poor old Tank's taking a battering tonight. He's in the wars. I have to drill some holes in him so he knows he's been in the wars. I've got that drill somewhere, haven't I? I was watching a video on that actually earlier. Like taking a fucking pin vise and like bullet holes and then like scraping it across. What the fuck is that paint? Yeah. Something nasty there. Anyway. Yeah. Stuff and things. Where am I? There we go. Right. Okay, so get this bit underneath here. Yeah, you can see it's a bit chalky now. Probably just because of whatever I'm doing. It's just shocking. If I really want to get into those other bits, I can get like a smaller dry brush, but I think I really got them there. So let's try and get back to our broader, lighter motion of you can see where it's catching. Oh, you might not be able to see from that distance. I don't know what it's like on a big fucking screen. I just got this tiny reference, so I can kind of see the highlight on the tiny reference. Let me have a look. I mean, you can get right amongst it, like, wham. But then what if I hold it off, it'll go fucking right through the ceilings. Got putting my brush in my mouth. I'm trying to talk at the same time. It doesn't work. Okay. So you don't really see it on this lighter part at the front, I've just realised, but yeah, the whole point is to put the entire model at the same kind of get off here. Oh Jesus. This thing is deading. But I mean it did that before though. I'm just bad. You know, I just fucking go really hard with the dry brush. So anyway. Yeah, exactly just like the song said. Yeah, okay, so there we go. So kind of getting the general effect all over now. You're not really seeing it on the lower parts because it's all light. It might actually be lighter than the color I'm trying to apply already. So possibly when I put the lighter color on, which is just going to go on like the you know, like the 90-degree angles and such. Anything with like a really sharp edge to it, I guess. If I can get it into these where the cracks are slightly bigger, it actually looks kind of good. I just don't want to go too hard and lose too much, but at the same time I don't want to underdo it, you know? So, I'm pretty happy with that. Just a gentle kind of coating all over. Make sure I get these rivets down here as well, because that'll make it pop a bit more. Is that equal now? It's kind of about the equal sort of shade of grey. Let me see what it compares like. Compares like to like the turret. Hold on. Don't drop it, I've already damaged it enough. Okay, so that's a bit lighter, but you can see the same sort of effects. Once I apply the lighter bit to the edges, it'll be somewhat in the same vein, but you can see where it's going. But also, this part didn't have like the full three bands of color like this one has. That was just like maybe one and a bit of colors because it was part of one of the bigger bands. So that's why that probably will look somewhat different. Like if it was in position, once the entire model's done and that's put in position on top, it should look right. Wow, that's fucking hopeful, isn't it? It's like, haha, all this coming together is gonna work. Yeah. Anyway, right. Well, that's kind of done. I mean, from what I can see, anyway, it looks done. Most of those edges are. Can't really get the front much. Well, again, this bottom color is too light for what to gain much more on it. If anything, I'm just helping with the rivets. I want getting a bit more in this section here because I went a bit hard with the other color. So that kind of might blend it a little better. Maybe a bit more of the. I don't want to do it too much because then it's uneven. A bit more there, maybe. Well, no. I'm not to unevenness. Unevenness? Fuck me, I'm always making up these words, aren't I? I'm just gonna sort of tipple that in there. It's not remotely the actual movement I want to be doing with this because I'm supposed to be doing more traditional dry brush, like these. Well, no, traditional dry brush should be like across the edges, just like that. That's what I do with the thing I'm doing after the edge bit. Fuck thing. I can't believe how much I put on the top of there. It's actually not too visible in there, but yeah, when you look at it like that, it's like, oh yeah, there's a lot of grey on that compared to the other one. Doesn't help with this super color correcting white light fucking paper what you get job. I meant that in the correct, or probably the wrong way actually, because it's a damn good fucking light. It's bloody expensive. As is the case for people like me, like you're not satisfied with half-assed equipment. Like you unfortunately spend a lot. And people can try and tell you all day long, oh yeah, no, this fucking £5 job, it works great. Look at this. Yeah, how long did it work for? Oh, about 5 minutes. Shut up. Back off. Most of those people are a lot more light-handed than I am. I am very rough. Ooh. That's gone on a bit thick. Like, I run out of fucking paint again on this. I'm gonna have to go get some more again. It's ridiculous. It's not really. Well, you can kind of see it again. You see it on the edges. Definitely went a bit thick on the top of there. Unfortunately, I'm trying to do it in such a small area. It's not having the desired effect. I'm ending up on just kind of just painting, which is not really. So I wonder if I get a different size brush, would I get different results while I'm doing this top bit? But yeah, I'm not really sure. What size is the other bit? What was the other brush like again? I think. So this, okay. So the thing with this one, it's gonna be better for getting into the crevices like this. This was a bit stronger and it wasn't fucking molting, but this is just better for like blending. So it's a tough one, really. What do I really want to achieve with it? What am I more comfortable with? Well, I'm spending half my fucking time blowing off bloody hairs from the other one, aren't I? I'm just going to end up getting stuck. I've already got crap loads on it from the first time I used the bastard thing. Um, it's a tough one, really, isn't it? Oh, so yeah, I don't want that to get too dipped on there either. Oh yeah, don't look at the underside. I totally painted that. I swear. Oh god. Okay, so this. I don't know. Hmm. I just feel like this could be better, maybe. What's the next size down of these ones? Do the artist opus one. This opus. Say it correctly. Oh well, that's it. Totally in great condition. I've totally cleaned that properly. Yes, I am good at looking after my things. Shh. Fuck's sake. Okay, that's kind of the size that might benefit me for this. But then I can see this taking fucking forever. But then I'm not gonna be able to get down these cracks without this big brush without losing a load of fucking bristles. I can see that. Oh, don't fucking tell me you're leaking. It's leaking, shedding, whatever you want to call it. Fucking bristling. Gone walkies. No, you seem alright actually. It's probably just another one from the other damn brush. Just I haven't seen yet. Oh, that's a tough one. How's this one for getting into the cracks? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about either of them, to be honest with you. Never get I am an absolute fucking noob at this shit. Well, that's got a bit more control, but I still feel like I'm a bit painting with it. For these edges. Do I want to do these edges quickly? I don't know. And if I carry on with this thing is just fucking rinsing the hell out of all of it. It's a tough thing. This might be alright for like all the outsides of stuff. So I might do that for like the larger areas. Like the top bit there. Maybe the top bit there. I need to get underneath this shit. That's what I'm thinking about. Doing as much as I can with a different one. So I might try to go back to the Games Workshop one actually, the Citadel one, because that was working a bit better. Ah, hold on a second. That's a bit, let's see. Did it change anything? I don't think that changed anything. Does that break the fucking link? For whatever reason, that's not showing up. Is it even because I posted a friggin' link? That's fucking stupid. Anyway, I'll figure it out after. It's all it's doing really is it's because it's stopping the VOD. Well, at least in the other one anyway, the video on demand. So I got rid of the rain track because I kept getting pegged because some other fucker had used the free video to make their own monetized video, which kept fucking hitting me. And I'm like, well, that's some bullshit. So I just killed it in the end. Like, fucking can't be asked pandering to fucking dickheads to do shit like that. So fuck it, man. I suppose technically that's kind of what I was doing, but not like an actual intent in the same manner. But whatever. So yeah, fuck, I'll do that. And this is an actual Spotify playlist that you're able to just use for this shit. So and we could probably find other ones, but this will do for now. Just a little chirping in the ear. I mean, it's not, exactly pace with what I'm doing, but whatever, man. Right, yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much where we're up to. We've done you know, to be fair, I can see it. I might actually just get that one out as a reference. So I'm still happier with this as the initial one. Let me get that focus on it. There we go. So you can see the rivet getting closer. There we go. There we go. Where's the center? Excuse the state of my hands. Ragged cardboard hands. See, I've done the edges and a quick dry brush on the black, and then I did the nice oil wash on the gunmetal. It's kind of like worn a little bit. It's good. I like it. And then you got the original blue pattern, like not a shade, but you know, like the blend of the blue that I had, different grey blues. And I did the grey over it all. And then on the edges, like the corners, I did that lighter one, so it makes it pop that extra bit. So this is definitely autofocus. Hello, where are you? There you are. Yeah, yes. My hand's fucking stupid. I get it. Thank you. Yeah, cool. Don't want to pour it too much. I might start stripping off on my hands. And unfortunately, I went a bit too strong with the white on the top of that, but that's fine because I went too strong with the blue-grey. As I've discussed previously, I went a bit too strong with the blue-grey combination, which wasn't my intention. It was actually supposed to be more of a grayscale because it was going to be like a winter camo scheme. Yeah, but that didn't go to plan, obviously, did it? So this kind of brings it back a bit to what it was originally supposed to be. Oh, it's a bit warm in here. Yeah. Exactly. I'm just gonna have a quick sip or something. Right. So we will. Yeah, fine for now. Oh, actually, no, I better not. That's bad. That's bad form. Let's give him a quick dip in the old. Where is it? Moistening pad. Seems to be better than dipping it straight into fucking water anyway. For whatever reason. I'm not a brush scientist. A paint master. I wonder if there's actual such things as brush scientists. That seems a bit of a sad existence. I mean, why? No, why would it be a sad existence? I mean, you just get to play with fucking brushes and just paint until they fall apart. Something like that. I don't know. Random shit like that. Okay, so we want more paint. Where are we? Here we go. Shake with the good hands. We'll get it with the. We don't need to wet it down at all, which is useful. Okay. Wet it down, thin it out. Well, I mean, I normally would, but it seems to be because I'm doing it on the wet palette. I don't think there's much water coming through, but although I have, no, it seems to be coming through quite a bit because it seems to be thinning it a bit. Anyway, I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to just keep it a bit fresh, but it seems to thin it a bit. I don't know. I could be imagining shit now. So we will get this on the brush. Let's have a look. So it's going straight on dry. I didn't use it for anything beforehand, so it would be dry brush. So, how are we looking? Not on much on there though. Let's get a bit more in there, shall we? Really work up thicker in there. But again, make sure you get all the excess off. You only get what you really want on the brush, otherwise you're not going to get. You're going to be unhappy with the results. But unfortunately, I have a bad habit of going both ways. I'll take too much off the friggin' brush, and I'm like, well, fuck's sake, then I gotta put more on and start the whole process again. It's just an absolute fucking joke. Anyway, so let's see. It's gonna be really funny if I just like picked out the wrong fucking paint and put entirely the wrong one on. Oh no, I shouldn't joke about it though. I can see that happening one day. See, yeah, you can see the corners getting picked up now a bit better. Again, it loses it a bit coming down there. Ah, be careful, you're only supposed to catch the corners. Naughty boy. For fuck's sake. Here we go, look at that. Yeah, you don't really catch them much on this side. Again, I gotta be careful that I don't just paint it because, although you want that a bit because this initial coat is like a blender, so it's supposed to bring the various colours together a bit more. So you can tell that it is paint is running out, so back to the again, far too much paint on here and not enough in the way of result. So let's try again, a bit lighter I think for this bit. Yeah, you can see it's quite thick on there. This bit is going to be covered, so I can just use this as an idea. Oh, definitely went a bit hard on that bit, didn't I? The good thing it's being covered. Oh my god, this is too dry, too wet, too something. Too not what I was after. So it's a good thing it's been fucking covered. Oh yeah, no, you're not ruined it. You're fine. It's exactly what we're after with this part. That's fine. There we go. You can kind of see it along the edges. I like that. I could probably zoom in a bit, but just hold it in this position for now. Hold on, I could probably get a bit closer actually. Which one is it? Yeah, we can do better than that. How's that? Yeah, for now at least, until I need to hold it upright, then I'll have to go back to the other one anyway. So, gentle circular motions, gently let the small amount of paint you have on the brush get gently left along surfaces, catches more on the raised bit and the edges of things, but the manner of how we're doing it, some will get left along the actual main surfaces as well. So that's what we want because we're blending. Oh, so kind of. See, unfortunately, I had to go a bit strong there because that's where this will go. That will go there. So that's actually a pretty good fit. Because these will have the lighter coloured edge when I finish. That'll blend pretty good actually. Yeah, I'm happy with that so far. I'm going to continue. Oh wow, look at all that. I've used the paint again already. Jeez. It's very absorbent. What am I actually using this wrong here? Fucking pester things a bit of shit. Where are we up to? Right. Bit too much on there. Getting to there a bit. Touching the corners a bit. It's not really as effective as I thought it would be, but it's not terrible. I'm just gonna have to. I don't think I'll need to switch out to the other one though, if I could just. That's fine. I think I'll end up putting a bit of I don't put too much of it along the front here. You can see where it's going on a bit. Like, I'm gonna put it on the tracks too much. There we go. You can kind of see it along the edge. It's very faintly lit up a bit. And there's also hardly any paint left on it. And I've gone through it all again. Like, wow. I'm really going through it with this, and okay, so. Oh, my neck. Okay, so we are looking around here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it was catching on the edges a bit more this time. That's kind of what I'm after. Yeah, now how much we've got on here, or how much we need to give me enough. I'm just gonna at least match the other side. You can tell it's all paint's almost run out because none is catching on the edges of this, like it had on the other side. So more paint again. Yay! Oh fucking, she's a bad wrist. I mean, bad wrist is getting better. It's sore there. I didn't have the damn thing on at all today because I was washing it and drying it, and yeah, it's definitely sore by the time I put it back on. Really do, actually. I think I'm probably, you know, stepped on awkward or something. Right, get a bit more paint. Very faint, very lightly. And I think I got the right amount of paint on it this time, so I was very careful in the initial. Oh yeah, you can see. Just gotta be careful about how I apply the fucking stuff. Yeah, you can see where it's going onto the rivets there, blending them together nicely. Yeah, get a bit of grey along the edges there. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit rougher. That's what I want, a bit rougher. Get them on the corners. There we go. We want all these edges to catch it, and we want all the blue to blend together. Otherwise, it'll stand out, and definitely we want it on the top of this bit, because if that's darker than the surrounding bits, it's just going to look fucking stupid. So, get around there, get in that bit. Guess what? I'm just painting it at this point because I'm an idiot, so there we go. Whatever. It's kind of working still, but you know what I mean. I keep repeating myself, I'm not that painfully fussed about the results. It's not like I'm doing it for anybody else. I think maybe I might, if I actually get it finished by the time the next painting, the local painting competition comes in, I might just put it in for the sake of it, just because I'll be happy with it, and it'll be a, you know, reasonable quality. It's not going to be fantastic, right? But for me, it'll be alright, because I've just spent far too fucking long doing the bastard things.
But I mean, you take your time and just spend time doing it. And don't rush it. It's going to be of a reasonable quality in theory. That's the theory. It's not going to make as many mistakes as you might normally make if you were rushing it or just being indifferent because it's not for you, or you know what I mean. Different if you like paid to do it, I guess, like commission or something. It's got to be of reasonable quality. But, you know, people are paying for that shit. People ain't gonna be happy with Wang. I'm not into that, man. I just want to paint for my own shit. Paint for my own models, for my own enjoyment, at my own speed. Doing it how I want. See, I'm still not sure how I'm gonna paint. Um, the thing. I don't know. My Space Marines. I mean, I started doing steel confessors, but I'm not really sure if I want to continue doing it. It's a very simple paint scheme, but I mean, it's annoying to replicate, and it's all silver, and silver's not great, and I don't want to do metallic metal, so silver's not great to be highlighting. Well, I suppose I could. I haven't tried enough, probably. That's what it is. I think, to be honest with you, I've learned a lot about highlighting and stuff since I've been doing this tank, actually. I spent this more time on this than I've done on most. Because usually in the past, most of the other ones, there's just been huge gaps in between actually doing the models, because it's hard to maintain an interest in something sometimes. For me at least, anyway. Oh, that's gone on a bit thick. Whatever. We'll just get this bit done and we'll move on. We'll just try and blend it a bit. It's like, yeah, it's obviously there, but and there's other bits where it's like really light. See it's going there and yeah, that's not too so clear. Yeah, you can see where it's going on because the rivet, the indicator, I guess. That's what I'm looking at anyway. Know where I've been because of the indicator. The indicators? Yeah, well, yeah, the indicators. My indicators are indicating that I've been there. And obviously putting far too much on the same places, whatever. I'm totally not impatient, honestly. I'm totally not fucking painting it again. Haha. Oh yeah, just get it done, man. But you can see the edges. I might do the edges of these things as well in the lighter colour. There we go. It's so. I think you can't really see much on this front section anyway. I think once I get out of here and I get on to doing, I blend that bit. It's a bit darker from there to there. And it's muted that middle blue quite a bit. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Not as bad as the top of that other bit though, isn't it? How are we looking at this? Very wet. Very wet. Just go lighter, won't we? Okay, so we've done most of this. Am I happy with the amount I've got on there? Yeah. That's fine. We'll go from the front backwards, I think. We'll go from the corners here. There you go. Catch on the corner. These guns out the way. You can kind of see it. So I've been doing the wrong motion, and only like right this second have I figured out the motion I'm supposed to be doing. Difficult. And I figured it out last time very much the same way. I got back to about halfway doing what I was doing. Halfway, yeah, I'm doing what I was doing. Yeah, okay, right. English. And I sort of like stopped, and I was like, oh yeah, this is how you're supposed to do it. Like lightly, and you can kind of just actually can feel the bristles on the actual thing, and the pressure you're applying. It's actually, yeah. And you can slowly see the blend taking shape. This is just the right amount of pressure. If only I actually had paint on the brush. Try again, shall we? Get this massive, massive excess. Oh wow, look at all that I'm getting inside the damn thing. Naughty. Too much paint. Okay. And we'll do the other side. Let's see if we can instantly see where it's picking up. Yeah. Look at that. Instantly. I like that. Yeah, good. At least you know where you're up to because you can see the visual cues because it's actually fucking doing something. What I hate is when you're trying to achieve something and you can't actually see if it's working or not. So I think that was a problem last time I did this because the way I had the light actually set up, I couldn't see properly what I was doing because it was kind of shining in my eye a bit. So I couldn't actually see pretty much anything at all of what I was painting. Other than the subtle color changes, that's probably why I went a bit hard on that on the top of the turret bit because I couldn't actually see it, what it was like until I moved it, and it was like, oh, yes, I intended to do that. Totally. What do you mean it's really fucking whited out? No, it's intentional. Shush. You silly sausage. Don't be silly. Okay. So, I want to get some more grey. It's only going to really pop, obviously pop, once I get the lighter colour on. So at the moment, you see the like, well, you can definitely see where it's lighter going on. I mean, compared to the turret, the sponson, I suppose. Is it sponson? Yeah. It's still quite a bit darker, whereas it's a bit more grayscale further down on the actual side armor. But you can definitely see where it's highlighted anyway, for better or worse. And it has muted it a bit, which, you know, brings it all together, whatever. I don't know the actual technical terms. Even if I did, I probably would have forgotten them by now because reasons. So, yes, put me a bit more on this bit. I think that's a bit dark still. There we go. There's the blend. Bit chalky, but fine. There's a trick to that I was watching on a video as well. It's talking about like get like a very lightly moist brush and just once you finish like a section, like barely nothing on it, and just running it over it, and it sort of blends it a little bit more, and it picks up all the crap, all the chalky, maybe some hairs, and just kind of gets rid of it, and it seemed to make it look a lot better, but you know, whether they believe that or not is a different matter. Seemed like it worked though. But actually trying to achieve the same thing myself, I have not yet, so I cannot truly verify the authenticity of such a thing. I can just repeat what I thought I saw. It was Superman. Right, that bit's done. Done around the top bit. I need to do the top bit over there. Then the front sides, both sides, need to do the top of here. See, this is a bit. Can I see how much paint we've got left on it still? There's subtle change. There's not much paint left on because you can't really see. Do it very lightly. See if you can actually see the changes happening. And I've already gone back to not doing the technique correctly. Whatever. Again, this was more over and over. Yeah. I mean, you don't compare the one to the other one. It's absolutely shocking. It's so bad. Get too much paint. Too much paint on the brush. And then there we go. Very gentle now. Get some of this off actually. Gently. No, don't overdo it. Very gently. You're gonna wash it out again. That's what happened last time. Definitely didn't get enough paint off the brush. Just be careful. Don't fluff it up completely. There we go. Okay. Okay. So that's mostly done. Oops. Yeah, I'm just being a bit hack-handed because I may end up doing stuff to this as well. We'll see. Damn it, little. Get the other side. That's more of just a traditional fucking dry brush because it's an awkward fucking place to get to. You're not really going to be seeing much of that. That is much better than the other one. That's more of how it should be, and it's more of how the other one was. So I'm happy with that. That's better than the yucky one. Yucky. What's something else? Don't think there's anything else to do time-wise tonight. Okay. So we can blend this a bit better. There we go. I like that. You can fortunately see like a. I don't like the feel of that. It feels a little bit crackly, like it kind of looks like a even if I zoom in, it's not gonna look great. So you're not really gonna be able to see what I'm seeing with my super fucking eyes. I might actually try and imply my eyes are better than a zoom. That's kind of arrogant. Yeah, it's top bit that's fucking hidden there. So we did the sides in the back, didn't we? Pretty sure we did. Yeah, that's the one I just done. Sure. Right, so we've done that. We did in that gap there. Let's try and get that bit. The edge of that. Fortunately, we are pretty much out of paint on it now, aren't we? The other side of it. I don't even think I've got enough fucking left on it at the moment. Freshen this bad boy up a bit. So that is very wet. I'm not getting much off my brush here, am I? Let's see how bad this is. I don't mind how much I get on this underside. Doesn't really matter. There we go. Fine. Back bit done. Let's go along the top here. Oops. A bit strong there. Put too much paint on. Fucking cracks without taking all the bristles off. Yeah. There we go. Wow, that's just fucking horrendous. Too much on. Too much on. Whatever. Don't look at it. Keep going. Don't dwell on the stupid mistake. I can fix it in post. By that I mean with engine exhaust, fucking pigment, bloody all kinds of shit. Burning the absolute crap out of the fucking engine. That's kind of what I'm wanting. I keep playing it, it's too much, but it's actually what I'm really wanting. I'm just scared of doing too much and just because I can't really take it back again without too much fucking hassle. So I'm just wary of going too far. But at the same time, like, that's exactly what I'm after. Tough one. It's probably because I spent so much bloody time on this. Like, oh, that's a bad habit I have. I normally, when I do try these different things, I'm more often than not going to ruin the model or like a significant amount of effort. Yes, most of this paint is gone. So we are, yeah, shame that is, isn't it? That is a shame. Just put that. I think I've just wiped it all off. I'm not having much luck on my fucking paint line, am I? So I've done this section up to about here, I think. There you go, catch on some edges. There we go. This comes this way. You can just about make it out on the edges. Again, it gets a lot lighter this shade does over here, so it's not overly discernible. But the more I blend it, yeah, it's a lot stronger at the sun. Let's get a bit more over here. This bit needs a little bit more on there. A bit more there. Feel a bit dark, but it's sound good. Bit more there, but it's getting covered there anyway. So I like the way the grey is sort of coming together a bit more now. So this section mostly done. It's that chalky shit again, but once I put more layers of stuff on it. Right. So I've done side, done that bit, done that bit, done that bit, we've done the front, we've done along these edges. So we just need to do this bit. So I'm gonna need more paint. There's a little bit left, but almost out of what we got on the brush anyway. So you can kind of see like a chalky dust coming off, so you've got something on there. Whether I'm actually taking the paint off at this point or not, I don't know. Oh, just cleaning the brush, get rid of all the crap. Because, that's doing a better job than I do of it. Pardon me. So yeah, that's fine. I wonder what these notches here are for, because I've got like a hammer and a ladder and some other bits, and I'm like, where the hell are they supposed to go? I couldn't figure it out from the from the video, the instructions. Right, put some more paint on the brush. Now, have to change my water at some point. It's getting a bit murky. My neck crack. Right. So we completely fill this in with paint some. I don't think I need to be putting as much on the brush every time I get off again, do I? Work it in. Work it in. Work it out. Right, here we go. Bit much, bit much, bit much. Bit much. Try that. Might be thin enough now. Gentle. Gently does it. So you can see straight away we're just picking up on the corners there. I mean, well, I can. Over the edges there. Yeah, I do like that. Drag it along. Well, I'm not dragging it along, am I? Otherwise it wouldn't work properly. It's supposed to be doing like circles. Covers a larger area, but I keep reverting to doing it the wrong way because I forget what I'm doing. but it's definitely visible, which is what we want. There we go. Picking up on all the corners, picking up on the rivet, on the edges of things. Apparently. Right. Do this a lot lighter while I've got more paint on the brush. Do a bit thicker down the bottom there. So it blends a bit more. Keep it going while there's still some on the brush. Yeah, you can instantly see where it's caught on the edges there. The catches on the inside track a bit more as well. Okay, so a bit more on that side. I don't want too much on the bottom because it doesn't make as much sense for there to be too much on the bottom. There we go. There we are. Okay. So, we've got nice lines. I do appreciate the effect it has. I don't think I'd want to do. Well, can you imagine trying to do straight line edge highlights on this bloody thing? That's a fucking nightmare. Fuck that. This is sufficient. That's probably why this is like sort of go-to, I guess. Not the go-to, but yeah. It's probably because it's also the combination of trying to get the blend in there as well. Otherwise, might look at some other way of achieving the same thing. Let me make sure I do the inside of here at the same time. I am unfortunately going a bit hard on it. Again, get the edge of this. Okay, still got a bit more on the brush. Take the edge of this off a bit more. Really putting it on a little bit thick now, but that's fine. We're not really going to see this section at all once the turret is on, because it will sit. Wow, I really dried that shit up, didn't I? Hey, hello, where are you? This. This. It sits. There we go. Doesn't like to sit there, but it fucking will. There we go. So that is with the turret on. It's a bit of a fucking beast, this thing. In lore, it's a 10-man tank. So it's not a very unsubtle piece of equipment. Sorry, other way around, maybe it's not a subtle piece of equipment. This is why I don't need to paint too much on the inside of here, because this fucking thing is going to dig up paint every single time. So honestly, once it goes on for the final time, it'll probably be just staying there. I might even glue it, at least the rotation, and then the barrel can stay. Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Right. Okay, so we've done most of the top of that. I think I was pretty much happy with that, wasn't I? Oh wow, look at all the debris from that shit there. Fuck. Get off. Meh. Do we need to make that any lighter, or is that again? Not taking into consideration I haven't done the white edge. Not the white edge, but the light edge. If I wanted to be really, really fucking stupid, I could even do an even finer, because I've got a brilliant white somewhere, the Monument Hobbies. What's the actual brand? I'm not sure. Well, it's Monument Hobbies, but what's the Pro Acryl? That's the one. Brilliant fucking platinum white or some shit. It's really good. Bold platinum white. That's the one. I think. Hold on. Where is it? Here we are. It is. It is the bold titanium white. There you go. These are really good fucking paints either. I've got red of them as well. That took fucking ages to turn up. I bet they had this shit. I think it's an American company, so I'm surprised if they actually sold out and I had to wait for that shit to arrive in fucking America. But it did take an absolute while for that shit to arrive, and then subsequently shipped to me from the store. Right. Yeah, it's not the art end of it. Bit more paint on. So I'd argue that I might have actually have the the wet palette a bit too wet of all things. So let's get this bit done there. Yeah, the last little bit getting on there in the corners. It was a bit too thin the first time around. Get it in there. Start getting it along here. Doesn't really matter too much about this section because a lot of this is going to get trashed. Not trashed, I used the word too easily. I'm going to put pigment powder, like engine coke basically, pigment powder, just nasty fucking black shit. So it'll mostly be covered in, and I'll have to look into that because obviously like soot and stuff like that, it will, given the position of this, it's going to be on the arse end of here as well, so I'll have to, so I want it to look, and yes, I am copying basically someone's video with that shit. At some point I will get the links to all the references that I'm using to do all these things, because there's actually really good tips in some of the videos. Like a lot of these videos you'll find these days, unfortunately, well, no, you know, I can't say unfortunately. Everybody's out there doing their own thing. I can't knock all the guys on, like, you know, doing painting tutorials on Patreon and shit like that. Like, everyone's making their buck how they can. This is how you, if you're not doing commission paint, I suppose that's how you can make money doing your painting hobby, I suppose. I'm not too interested in any of that. I'm certainly not going to necessarily invest in anything. I'm sure I can find a video eventually when I want to learn how to do metallic metals stuff. I am actually, I've got, oh shit, too hard, doesn't matter. I am actually subscribed to Warhammer Plus, and I do know they do a bit on there, so that's where I get a lot of my stuff from. Or YouTube, just YouTube. How do you use this? It's one thing I did. It's a bit strong, well, that's fine. When I was looking up, what was I looking up? I'm distracting myself now. Just get this bit done, and I can look at the back end, and I'm pretty sure it's so-so. That top's messy, but it's getting done over anyway. Okay, so we're gonna do these pipes in a different color anyway. What have I not done on the back? I have not. What's the word? Shaded. I can't believe it. I did all the rivets everywhere else, all the other sides, all the other pieces. Guess what I didn't rivet? Shade. These few on the back. I was so chuffed that I thought I was done. I see. Oh my god. Oh no, apparently I. What kind of bullshit effort is that? I started doing the bottom and stopped. Like I've done a little bit here, up to there. I haven't done any on that side, and I've done none on the fucking front. And what the fuck are we doing? I don't know when that happened, but I suppose it's the bottom. I think we're planning on. Hey, look at this tank upside down all the fucking time. It doesn't really matter, but and that's certainly how you see them on the battlefield, all upside down and shit, doing their thing. So that kind of puts a bit of a fucking shitter on that. 'Cause I can't. Well, I mean, I can, but it's pointless because I'm just going to end up going over it. Well, we'll just do a little bit around the edges of this thing. So that's another thing we're also going to go over again. Is the bloody the oil drums or petrol drums or promethium drums. Do they run on promethium? I'm not sure. That's fine. It's gone a bit heavy there, but whatever. We're over it. Get a bit more in the cap there. Yeah, okay. Can live with that, can't we? So it doesn't really change it too much. It's just the stages of it. You can see it slightly muted it, and you can see where it's gone on a bit thicker in some places. Like that top bit there, just like a grey scale running through the middle of it. And you can kind of see where it just makes it pop a little bit more. So then when I apply the same, do you know what? We'll just jump straight in, and so you can see like the significant pop, the contrast pop. Right. Oh, this is extra thin. Not what we want. This is not going to help me at all. Whatever, I'll have to give it a go. It's what we got. I mean, what we're using is not going to go any lighter. I'm not going to suddenly use all white, that's for sure. It'll ruin the bastard thing. So, get a bit of this. So give it a mix. Now I'm going to clean the brush because it's a lighter shade. It won't be exactly what we're after, but wow, look how thin this fucking paint is. This is going to be hit or miss. Whether I cleaned it or not, it's going to be hit or miss because this paint is a lot thinner. I'm leaving far too much on the brush. Where's my let's try that now. This is a bit more delicate. I just want to get hard edges. I say hard edges, but you can kind of see that line pop straight out now. That's a lot lighter than the rest. So we get another one. And because the front is that similar light color, comes across there. And you can see definitely stands out a bit more anyway than the other lines. Do a few more. So hard edges. I don't really want to do more. I don't really need to do the Aquila, that's pointless because I'm going to be painting that in like bronze or gold or some shit anyway, so that's pointless. That'll be done as part of the base section. So just go around all the hard edges. We want to try and do it at a reasonable angle because we'll just end up dragging the brush otherwise. It's not what we want to do because we want to keep it to a somewhat limited amount of space. All you need is my fucking neighbours or people outside. Well, this is the curse of this. I don't want to close the window completely because it's bloody warm at the moment. So unfortunately you can hear the fan. So, right, what I've actually done is too much there. Well, I suppose they're the high point. Where's the camera? There we go. Somewhat lighter. So if I leave it there, so I'll try and get a bit of a coverage on these little bits here. That's what I'll aim for. I'll aim for the front bits, the top bit, you know, underneath. Around these things, because it'll actually show up on this lighter colour. Yeah, you can see it's actually showing up on there because it's lighter than that. So that's a good thing. Because otherwise there'd be little to no highlights on that. Get the whole thing done quickly. Not really picking up the same on these bits, I don't think. Well, maybe it is. But anyway, it's only supposed to be like, oh, my neck's really cracky tonight. Oh, drop the brush through it. There we go. Cack-handed. How much we got on here? We got too much. That'll do. Where are we up to? We can keep going around these top edges for now, so get into this corner. I might try and get armor panels. Like, it's going to be a bit complicated, that is, because it'll just bleed over, so I might have to leave actual armor panels. Or, okay, so if I want to be an absolute fucking pain in my own ass, I can do the arm panels with an edge light, because they are top facing, so that's what I'm somewhat aiming to do with this particular highlight. So it just depends how much I want to ruin my own fucking life, I guess. Paint is fucking nightmare to myself. So, is it really visible? Oh yeah, no, it is still visible, it's fine. As soon as I applied it to the neck, it's just like, pop. Hello. Yeah, that's good. You can still see it. If I edge light it, it won't be as prominent. That's a pain, I can't get in that gap there. So, keep going down your edges.
doing that a little bit. Obviously, I've gone more than I intended to do because whatever. At the point of just get the damn thing done. So if I just do those particular rivets, like top down kind of thing, I can maybe get the edge of that little bit. There we go. So that's kind of just what I'm aiming for. I don't really want to get. I don't want to get the top of that bit. How are we looking here? It's not very heavy. So yeah, I'm gonna get the. I'll get the top of this. So gonna get the sharp edges of the turret. We're not gonna wash it out. We're just gonna get the top bits. A couple of edges on the hatch door at the back. I'm gonna get around the top bit there. And sound. Okay. Bit chalky, fine. The highlighted point. So the grey first coat blends it a bit, and then the second bit is kind of makes it pop a bit more. You can see where the where the light colour's definitely gone on there. But it really highlights to me how much I'm gonna have to put into that specific gap. Specific gap? Fucking what am I on about? The armor plates, the lines over the top. I mean, I can get them. I can get this. Look. I can kind of see. If I just want to get the lines though and nothing else, I can maybe get some of these lines. I'm not doing it with the dry brush because it's just gonna fucking get everywhere. So it really depends how anal I want to be with it, I suppose. Chalky, but it's fine. Time wheels, okay. A little bit behind, but it's fine. I can keep going for another 30. What I'll do tomorrow is actually planning on playing some Doom Dark Ages tomorrow. I haven't started it yet, but I don't have a capture card. But so I can pump it straight from my Series X straight to Twitch, and I can be on voice, but I won't be able to do any of the extra faffing. I can look at the chat from the computer next to me, but as far as anything else goes, why is it blurry up there? Why are you blurry, camera? Losing your focus for some reason. Suspect. Suspect you focusing in that corner. Let's have a look at that now. Hopefully it's not some like smudge or some shit. I can give it a clean. I've got some good cleaning shit anyway. Make sure it's not going to damage it. That'd be a good one. Here you go. It's an expensive ass camera. Try and do something, fix it or clean it. Dead. Oh. Now that I've voiced it, it exists in the cosmos. God damn it. Wasted myself again. go too hard on these edges because it'll blend it too much, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I've got to keep reminding myself that's not what you're trying to do. I think I will try and get if I drag it across a little bit, you can kind of see it catching on the top bits there. Kind of what we want. We don't want it to go any further than the hard points. Hard point. They're not hard points. See, it should have been a lighter. A lighter color. You can kind of see where it's going on. I really want to use the dry brush for it though, because I can see myself putting too much on. Yeah. Get out the way. Let's just have a look where we are up to. Oh yeah, a bit less. A bit less. That's a reasonable amount. Okay, so we were looking at some corners. Gently pull it across edges. There you go, kind of see it a little bit. This one seems to be a bit to drag down on. You get on the edges of this. You see, well, you either can or you can't, whether you can see or not. Pop in. Oh, too much. It is lighter than the lower colour because I'm just doing it there and I can just see the edge nicely. So I should probably get some more on the edges of this, seeing as it stands out vertically. Again, I'm going a bit harder than I was supposed to with it, but it's working and it actually works on this light colour, which is really good because nothing else does but going white, and I really don't want to go white on it. At least not yet, anyway. You see, I'm getting a bit fucking daft and stuff now. Not even fucking dry brushing anymore. Ah, okay. Oh, my shoulder. Bit sore. Okay, so what have we achieved so far? Not much. Well, we've done a first all over of the grey, as you can kind of see, and then we've started going around with the lighter colour for the actual sharp highlight. It really makes the contrast pop. You can still see all the oil from the rivet oil, you know what I mean, like the highlighting of the rivets for the most part. It's all kind of still visible. That in itself is a good colour actually. And it goes back to the what I did with the fucking track the first time around. Yeah, I definitely messed up with those. Which will be getting remedied at some point, because we have, give me a second, we will, oh, how's that? We will be trying some stuff out. We've got some interesting things to try out when we do our weathering and the such. We've got some enamel, enamel effect, natural dark mud. We're going to see what we can do with that. Watching videos on it first, and it just fucking ruin shit. Track wash. Yeah, we'll put some track wash on the tracks. Should be interesting. Yeah, make it look ragged as shit. White spirit is for moving the enamel products around. The winter streak and grind. It's the good stuff. A couple of dots of it here, there, then you use the like the white spirit, push it around, like so it basically shades it to a point. But it just there you go is a good example of what it'll look like, kind of. That's what it'll do to where are we? There we are. That's what you can achieve. Those kind of like rain, what you'd look like. Weathering. Derp. Right. So that's we've got like rain and snow and rain. I don't know. You simulate fucking rain. I suppose raindrops you could do on something. So yeah, I think that's pretty happy with that. It's a bit lighter than probably should have been. Getting a bit chalky on the old brush now. You can see it's falling off in waves. We're nearly at this end of this bit of paint now. I might stop there. What time are we on? Still got 20 minutes. Just there we go. So we've done most of this section. We've started going over the front area. Continue going in some kind of order, I suppose. Get the edges of that a bit more. Not too much because it's not supposed to be on the edges there. So let's flick it up. Yeah, that didn't go very well, did it? There we go. See that that caught nicely on that side. So you apply the same thing to the front. Kind of motion. It's the other way that was a bit better, but if we get that there. There we go. So I've got it unfortunately a bit chalky again. It's not great. Let's see, you can see around the barrel, lighter on the edges. So I'm going to do the lights at the front again, eh? There we go. Okay. Down the bottom. Pretty sure it's not supposed to really be down the bottom. You're doing this anyway. It's a highlight, not a low light. What would be a low light? Would a low light be a shade? Interesting. I really It's too much on there. No, it's gonna be enough. There we go. Get that over to the corner then, about 45 degrees. I mean, it's whatever degrees it actually is, I'm just trying to hit it. Oh, yeah, no, that's probably what I'm actually trying to do. Whether I'm actually doing it or not is a different matter. I still appreciate seeing, well, from my perspective, you can see exactly But you can kind of see it as you go across there as well, actually. Like, as it's going, you can see it catching and lighting. It kind of looks like a white, but it's not. It's like a very light, bluey grey. No, I do appreciate that you can see it. Like I say, it'd be a pain in the ass if I couldn't see where I was up to. Yeah, I can see most of the front, but it's really popping there. Kind of looks a bit messy. I keep repeating myself. It's just for me, so it doesn't matter. Let's put it this way. Considering how bad I used to paint when I first started doing this 15 or so, 20 years ago, first time I painted this stuff, doesn't even bear to, consider, like, there's no comparison. So, I mean, compare. Well, was I a kid when I was doing it? I suppose. Young at least. I don't know if I was fully, like, child. I don't know why I stopped doing it. Probably because just situational shit. Like, I didn't really have a place to play it or paint it, so I just. And then just going through uncertain periods where you don't really have a job or, stuff of that sort. It's not really an expensive hobby which takes time and blah 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 and setups and stuff like that. It doesn't really cross your mind. It's only really as an adult when I've got my own actual fucking money and like, I work my ass off and I've got nothing to do. What hobbies do I like? Oh, I used to do that painting thing. Let's try that. And now I'm absolutely fucking ruined. I mean, what? Right. Right. I think we will call it there. I've still got 13 minutes, but I'm good there. We've run out of current paint. Let's give the old brush a bit of a dry, bit of a soak and a dry, and see if we can get most of the paint off it. It's gonna definitely have to do like a screen just about cleaning brushes at some point. Yeah, it'll be a learning process for me, and maybe someone else as well. Oh, that's how you do it. Without melting it or something stupid. I can see myself doing that. Why? Water's just not going to cut it for this because I've just in the past not cared for my stuff as well as I could have. So, I've got all shit up in the ferrule and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just going to hopefully be able to bring it back into a palatable state. Palatable? No. Visually palatable. So it looks fucking disgusting at the moment. Aesthetically pleasing? No, that's the wrong one again. Random word. Right. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm happy with those results, I think, so far. Again, it's a slow process. It just takes time. So, we will call it there. Do some gaming tomorrow. We'll try anyway, see how that goes. Yeah, it's not bad. You can't necessarily see what's actually been done. But you can see, like, at least the very, very bright, that one very bright light line around it, at least. Something definitely happened here today. Down to like the uh, gradient highlighting, sort of blending and stuff. Like, if you're looking for something to actually see, you might not find it. Anyway, right. You go in your box. You say from the dust. Apparently it's just dust as shit in here. I don't know fucking why. Yeah. Right, well, thank you very much, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow for some gaming. I've sorted my schedule out. I'm gonna try and do like 8:30 to 10:30, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Gives me enough time to get back after work, sort myself out and shit. I'll have Friday off, so I can, cause it'll give me at least one day in the week where I've got to run around like an idiot and fuck about, basically. So, no doubt, because people need their asses wiping for them, not literally. Yeah. Anyway. Right, cool. Well, thank you very much, and I'll